been hard streaming on my Spectrum internet. I do plan on eventually upgrading to a better service provider when I up and go and move out. Hopefully by then I can get a better paying job that pays in the 20 to 25 an hour range, which, by the way, my friend found a job that pays 25 an hour and he's trying to help get me on to be an armed guard, making 25 an hour. And I found an apartment complex that has slightly larger apartments with a 2-bedroom, and I'll be moving into one of those. 2-bedroom with an additional utility room. So that includes like your water heater, I think maybe, but that includes your washer dryer hookup, which basically means I can do my own laundry. I don't have to go to a laundromat, which is goated. This also means I'll have a spare bedroom I can use towards essentially like a weapons room. Now, my current life situation is kind of crazy right now because, well, as some people may or may not know, but right now, life's especially kind of crazy because, well, I got locked out of my apartment last night and I climbed onto my balcony thinking that my balcony would be unlocked, and my balcony was locked. So being trapped on my balcony, I had kicked in my balcony door, and so because I had done that, I destroyed part of the property, which basically means I'm responsible and liable to fix it. I don't know if that would mean that I would get evicted. I think, you know, I don't know, because I've never had this kind of issue before. You know, I don't think I'd be charged with breaking and entering, because I'd be breaking and entering my own property, you know what I mean? Like, the worst that they could do is charge me with, like, I guess maybe first degree damage of property. But, you know, at the same time, you know, I had a reason to get into my apartment, you know, because it's my apartment. I found both my keys, and I still have my Camaro keys, so that's good. I thought somebody stole my Camaro keys, but the truth is I didn't have them on me at all, period, point blank. And that's kind of scary, so definitely taking a lot more initiative of taking my inventory. I usually keep track of what I carry. Today was just too stressful. I just didn't have enough energy to go do the things I wanted to do today, which is take my car to AutoZone, have it tested, but unfortunately my Camaro wouldn't start. This is bad for a number of reasons, but the big thing though, really, in all this, I'm debt free, so realistically I can go apply for any kind of credit card.
That calmed him down, son.
And at some point I probably will, and I'm going to start buying guns by putting them in layaway, because it's a lot easier to buy big ticket items in layaway. You know, say a gun is $800. $800 is a lot of money. I don't care what it is, $800. Anything above $800, hell, anything $500 is a lot of money. You know, in my opinion. Now, granted, when I'm making 25 an hour, when I get this better job, you know, a huge consideration is going to be extra income sources, you know, to buy more guns and more stuff. Eventually a motorcycle. I'd be able to easily afford a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 bike easily. And that would be like a Kawasaki Vulcan 1500 or even the 900. You know, but yeah, going with like a Kawasaki Vulcan with a more classic traditional style look to it is going to be my first motorcycle. And I'll take care of that when I get to that point. But yeah, I'm not there yet. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. You know, it's no guarantee that I'm going to be making 25 an hour. I'm not going to overhype myself, but my friend's telling me, like, yeah, a good chance that he can get me in there. And I just gotta do my vacation cash out. Take that extra money, save it, and that'll be like the starting funds for my savings plan for a motorcycle. And I wouldn't be like paying monthly payments on a motorcycle. I mean, I would just buy it outright and continue to remain mostly debt free. You know, I'll be up to date on rent. Yeah, shit is just constantly bothering me, man. Especially last night was such an adventure. I had to climb onto my balcony. I live on the 3rd floor, to be honest with you guys. So if I were to have fallen off, I could have died or gotten seriously injured. I don't want to do it ever again. That was probably the most dangerous shit I've ever done in my life. But I did it, and I was successful. And then I kicked in my door. So, you know, I kind of feel like a badass. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It is what it is, man. But at the same time, I also kind of feel like an idiot. A lot of the initial shock factor is kind of like worn off, and I'm like looking back at it, and I'm like, yeah, I could have held out in my car and slept until I could get somebody to let me in. That honestly probably would have been the better option. Hindsight's always 20/20. I'm gonna be charged to fix the door. That's perfectly fine. I'll pay it off over time. And I'm about sick and tired of this damn neighborhood. I have some really shitty neighbors. I have some good ones, but I also have some pretty shitty ones as well. Tomorrow, I'm going to the shooting range, and I am, well, I'm going to go shoot my 357 Magnum, my stub nose, my Taurus 605. I'm going to be shooting 38 special and 357 target loads out of it, just to kind of get a feel for it. However, on the other side of the spectrum, I'll also be mostly shooting my Glock and my Beretta. I'll shoot like 3 mags out of my Beretta and 3 mags out of my Glock, which is not a lot of training, really. And we're about to level up. There we are. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna put that last point into ruin.
Silence.
Easily. I have been playing a lot of the pre-sequel as well. With not on stream though, but with my friend Chill. Or Flashpoint, rather, that's his gamer tag.
Satisfy me! I am playing!
Dude, we are just melting everything. So yeah, tomorrow I got a bit of a tiny shopping list, some ammo, bring in my guns, shoot a couple of them. Hopefully I might have some leftover ammunition. If not, no biggie. I'm not too concerned. I have been buying an additional box of ammo that I don't shoot at the range and I bring home, so that I'm averagely, you know, I'm slowly, secretly kind of stockpiling. It's not really that I haven't stockpiled too much ammo, but you know, I mean, like, it is what it is. I like to stockpile 9mm and 223 and 5.56. One of my ARs only shoots, my M16 only shoots 223. It does not shoot 5.56, unfortunately. But since it's coming out of a 20-inch barrel, it's quite accurate. And it's fine, you know. I have been stocking some match grade ammo for my M16, but I also have been buying a lot of like good solid green tip 5.56 as well for my main ARs that I mostly run. So, you know, I have 6 mags loaded with green tip, so 6 mags of 6 30-round mags, and then I have a 50-round mag and 2 40-round mags loaded up with just standard ammo, like standard target grade ammo. So, I mean, it's still like combat capable. It's a bullet. If you shoot somebody, you're shot. You know what I mean? Like, if you get shot with it, you still got shot. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Nothing more than an incendiary pistol and the strength of his belief.
100 people? Okay, that's impressive. I mean, they were probably just other members of the cult, right? Right?
Welcome to Dr. Zed's Portable Clinic. What can I get for you?
Oh, siren's good.
Next time you're
Whoa.
bleeding to death, just think.
Let me kind of step out of that. As you guys can see, the little radius there, I'm just outside of that radius. Let's see here. Bada bing! That's actually not a bad shield, actually. That's actually a pretty solid shield.
Come on back anytime.
I like the Neogenator. I don't know about you guys, but for me, the Neogenator is such a powerful shield. And honestly, in the hands of a powerful, like, health regaining siren, it would basically make you damn near invincible. Like I said, damn near. You know what I mean? With the right class mod, with the right setup, with the right skills being, you know, antiquated. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yo, we got the bonus package, and it's a sticky homing variant. Yeah, it's probably one of the most overpowered grenades in the game. The bonus package. I usually run this with Axton too. Especially. It's a very good grenade. I just feel like the legendaries in Borderlands 2 are just so much more memorable than the pre-sequel. Honestly, the pre-sequel's underrated. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, the pre-sequel is an underrated gem of the game. But at the same time, like, I feel like there's a very solid reason why people don't really remember a lot of the legendaries in that game. A lot of the bosses weren't necessarily farmable. And some of the legendaries were really recycled Borderlands 2 legendaries. So, you know, I mean, like, it kind of, I'm not going to say lacked personality, but, you know, it's interesting to see some of the classics return. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was what it was. But, granted now, we've kind of moved on a little bit. I do wish we had another game like the pre-sequel that would take place, like, in between the Borderlands 2 and 3, but we kind of did, you know, we got a Borderlands 2 DLC, Commander Lilith in the Fight for Sanctuary, and I felt like it was a pretty okay DLC, you know what I mean, like, in terms of, like, length, I feel like the Cloudtastic Voyage was a lot bigger of a DLC in comparison. Now granted, you know, like, the other DLCs felt like they were decently long, you know, like they had like a couple of basic beginner builder missions where it's like, yeah, you're kind of like exploring the new environments and fighting the new enemies, you know, but you know, kind of like seeing what's all new to the DLC. And then after a while, you know, it really picks up the story and you know, get really a good feel for some of our new DLC characters. But apart from that, really, I mean, not much else is really going on in most of the other Borderlands 2 DLCs. I gotta say, there's a very solid reason why you know, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep is such a memorable DLC for Borderlands 2. I gotta say, Captain Scarlet's DLC is pretty top tier as well. A lot of great guns in that game, or in that DLC. A lot of like pretty cool environments. I like the Cromorax DLC, or what was it? The one that takes us to Wham Bam Island, the Headhunter pack. That was a cool one. Imagine if there was a skill that it could increase the duration and length of kill skills.
You know, if these guys really are just sitting around burning one another for giggles, maybe we don't have to worry about them. That'd be nice.
She is coming! The time is almost at hand! We will be together, Firehawk! Finally we'll be together!
Get to the incinerator console and give him what he wants, I guess.
I feel your embrace, Firehawk! I love you! I love you so much!
That was kind of weird.
No Thunderball Fists, but we did get the bonus package. I also like the Stormfront. Like that's a pretty solid weapon. Gosh, I just really feel like the Call of Duty I want to be playing is like MW3. You know, like the OG MW3, not like the newer one. Although I've never played the newer one, I do want to at least play it. So I gotta say, from Modern Warfare 2019 to COD or to Modern Warfare 2 2022, I definitely really liked the campaign in both games. I feel like the campaigns are pretty alright. You know, they're not the best in the whole universe, but I do feel like they're a little bit too short. I feel like 13 campaign missions is not enough. I feel like we need to have 20 campaign missions. But though this is just me, I'm not necessarily a COD absolutist. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe my opinion is what's best for the franchise. Because I mean, it sounds crazy, but kind of want more filler missions. You know what I mean? I want more playtime, and the reason I say that is because, well, in today's day and age, if you don't have internet, these Call of Duty games don't offer much two-player action apart from, you know, campaign. So, you know, the split-screen couch co-op is dead. So, apart from multiplayer and special ops or zombies, there's not much these newer COD games are offering. Now, again, Warzone, but you need internet to do that. So I do want to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 4. I want to get both games. Black Ops 6 was such a disappointment. I enjoyed playing the multiplayer. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the multiplayer. I just didn't like how the soldiers didn't really look like, how the operators didn't really look like soldiers. They just looked like just random characters. You know, like they just weren't really like, I mean, dude, dog, like they had like a robot as one of the operators and stuff. Like, I feel like, and they had them like wearing like civilian clothes instead of like tat gear and stuff, you know. It's like, you know, we're playing as operators. I want to look like someone that can do some work, you know. I don't want to look like somebody just wearing a small like I don't know, like just a jacket and jeans. It's like, yeah, it looks pretty average. That looks like a regular person. I wouldn't be able to know. I wouldn't think they were an operator. And Modern Warfare 2 kind of sort of almost had that issue with a lot of the operators. Some of them kind of look goofy. Modern Warfare 2019, they had the same kind of issue, but they had a lot of cool based looking operators to start with. And because they had a lot of cool looking operators that like look like soldiers and shit, you know, it's kind of acceptable in my eyes. But that's just, yeah. I don't know. I feel like turning on the Xbox 360 and playing some Black Ops. I definitely want to get other CODs for the 360. I definitely feel as though Call of Duty Ghost deserves a lot more credit and recognition, especially a lot more respect than it's received in its lifespan, but I mean, that day will probably never come. You know, and I say that, you know, damn well knowing a lot of people are gonna criticize me for that, for saying that, but I mean, Call of Duty Ghost is the last good Call of Duty game. I think of a lot about when Call of Duty died.
Thank you, Torch. We shall join Matchstick soon. The enkindling approaches.
The what now?
I don't know. It just seems like, because I think a lot about when did Call of Duty die? When did Call of Duty just become this faceless, multi-million-dollar giant that didn't care about making good games? They cared about selling cosmetics and skins. And like, you know, the quality of a game in and of itself. You know, my idea of quality is longevity. You know, can I play this game years later still enjoying it, still liking it, and still having fun and still being entertained? Call of Duty just doesn't do that anymore. Black Ops 6 isn't even old. It's just a few years old. You know what I mean? And it's just considered, it's like, we treat it like it's garbage almost, you know? Black Ops 7, jeez, I didn't even buy that game. Though I was telling people I was going to. Like, I was for real hyping it up, because I thought it would be like a really badass return to like BO2, but unfortunately it turned out like I've seen too many videos of like boss battles with like hallucinations, or the characters are mutating into these giant things, and I didn't know what the fuck that's about. But I didn't want nothing to do with that. The second they started doing that weird shit, bro, is the second that this is the literal second that I quit giving a fuck about it, you know? Like that's honestly, again, full honesty, that's when the franchise kind of died for me. I'm not gonna lie. That is definitely when, well, not when the franchise died, but that's when I decided that I wasn't gonna buy Black Ops 7. I just wasn't having it. Not to say that Black Ops 7 probably didn't have decent multiplayer, I'm sure it did. But, you know, when I see the video of there being like a cat cafe thing part of the map, and I'm like, this is what our map design's coming down to? Fucking stupid cats and a cafe, and it's like a little arcade area. Like, I don't give a fuck about any of that shit, dude. Just give me some cool guns and give me those old school Black Ops 2 maps and we're good. And it's crazy saying Black Ops 2 is old school, because at the time it was so revolutionary with the Pick 10 system, but god, dude, like Call of Duty is just, it's something else. And honestly, I have to be totally honest.
So it goes. Bedtime.
I just have to be honest. Some people will say Modern Warfare 3 was the last good Call of Duty game, and I can't say that that's true. I'm gonna say it's the last great Call of Duty game, because, you know, controversial hot take. Black Ops 2 is not the best Call of Duty. Ooh, wait a second. Woo. He did drop it. He dropped it. What they fucking do. Look at that. It's better in every way. So it has better fire damage. It has 58,000 fire damage. Dog, that's about as much that's more damage than the gun's doing itself in fire damage. And in particular, that's more damage than both the fire damage and the main damage of the gun on the lower level version, on the level 59 version, times 2. Like, I'm doing more damage than that by quite a lot. That's quite insane to me. But, yeah, no. However, this thing, its damage is much higher, but this thing's no element, and while sure it does more damage per second because of, like, shooting 2 bullets, its fire rate is less, its accuracy is a little less, not too much, but I have an elemental effect damage, and sure it has 41 ammo, but it's a dull SMG. This is a Malawan SMG. This thing's elegant. This thing is the top tier SMG. The gub has been pretty broken because of its like high damage output, and I've been using it quite a bit. We're just gonna sell a few things that I don't need. But yeah, and I really do look back on when Call of Duty died. I'm gonna say it died after Ghost. Advanced Warfare was trash. Infinite Warfare was trash. Black Ops 3 was trash. Black Ops 4 was trash. That's when Call of Duty died. Now, Modern Warfare 2019, on the other hand, that's when Call of Duty was reborn. And I truthfully mean that, like, with full honesty. That's definitely when Call of Duty revived. I really liked that game. Now, granted, yeah, Infinite Warfare had one positive, and it's not even Infinite Warfare related. I never beat that campaign. I just couldn't sit through it. I just didn't have patience for it. It probably wasn't even that bad of a campaign, in all honesty. But I just couldn't, it just wasn't me, bro. I exclusively bought the Legacy Edition because I wanted to play COD 4 Remastered. I specifically and exclusively bought that game to play COD 4 Remastered. Call me like a fake fan for that. I don't care. I just, at the time, that was the only way you could play COD 4 Remastered. Then they released a separate disc for it, which I've yet to acquire. But when I do, then I could play COD 4 Remastered whenever, however the fuck I want. Fucking based. But, you know, and there's some games I want to play, bro. Like Borderlands 4. I want to play Borderlands 4. Not because I think it's going to be the best Borderlands. It's going to top Borderlands 2. Nothing will top Borderlands 2. The only thing that comes close is the pre-sequel and Borderlands 1. You know, and these games are of equal quality almost. And that's crazy to say. Equal quality. The pre-sequel, really, Sully. The pre-sequel, Borderlands 1, equal quality. Out of the three, it goes Borderlands 2, 1, pre-sequel for me. But don't, just because pre-sequel is number 3 on that list does not mean that the pre-sequel is a bad game. I think the pre-sequel is an amazing game. It's an amazing game. It's an amazing Borderlands game, but it's not the best. That title goes strictly to Borderlands 2. This was a sequel done right. And it's not very often that we see sequels done right.
I like that.
In media, period. But Borderlands 2 is just a masterclass, and it is timeless. This game is truly timeless. This is like a Rolex watch. It is timeless. You know what I mean? Like, it just, you can wear it forever. You can play this game forever and still never get bored of it. You know, I think that's the longevity of Borderlands 2, is something that very few games. I feel like Valve is like the king of longevity. People still play Half-Life, Left 4 Dead, and you know, Portal, Team Fortress 2. Their games at Counter-Strike. Their games, like I just had mentioned, those titles, those are very big titles, by the way. Those games last forever, bro. People still play those. People still talk about those. Those games have been critically acclaimed. Those are building blocks in gaming culture, let alone just, you know, Gary's Mod, right? Like, these were the big games. And honestly, they transcended time. Now, are they as popular now? Not really. Do they still hold up? They're aged, but guess what, bro? They aged like fine wine. And it's the same argument I use with BioShock, you know. So I've seen some people like look at BioShock and they're like, "This game looks old. This game is just, it's not, you know, it doesn't have ray tracing. It doesn't have pixel perfect graphics. You know what I mean? It's like, the combat's kind of clunky. It's like, dude, this is a masterclass game, bro. And it's not, because the gameplay was amazing in BioShock 2. It was revolutionary for the time. But still to this day, we have... Ooh, he dropped the Hornet. Sweet. We got it. 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 Look at that. We got it. 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 Oh. No, bro. Let's see here. Well, it does more damage than the Gub, both in raw damage and in corrosive damage. So the Gub is permanently getting shelved. Though this is not the version of the Hornet that I want. So we're gonna keep farming until we get a better version, i.e. just a version that looks better and a version that does a teensy weensy bit more damage with more mag size, just slightly better stats in all directions. We'll farm it, bro. We'll get it. I know we will. I'm relentless. But see, that's the difference between a real fan and a wannabe fan. You know, like, I'm willing to grind Borderlands 2 for what I want. Now, I'm not going to play GTA 6. I don't want a GTA 6. I never wanted a GTA 6. Will I play it eventually? Post-launch, post-release? Sure. Will I be there day one? Fuck no, dog. And I'm going to be too honest with you guys. I'm more hyped for 2 games. There are 2 games I am, like, hyper fixated on right now. And that's Modern Warfare 4 and the Halo campaign Evolved. Alright, the Halo 1 remake. Well, really, it's not a remake. It's more like a reimagining. Not really. That's not even an accurate term. It's like a remaster, but it's getting like the Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater treatment, where it's completely overhauled, gameplay, graphics overhauled, And speaking of, you know, I've yet to get the MGS Master Collection Volume 1 and Volume 2. I'm gonna get both. You know, at some point. So, but, you know, in regards to other games on the PlayStation 5, you know, I'm getting a massive, like, 8 terabyte hard drive. I'm going for an 8 terabyte because really in today's day and age, that's how you get a lot of games, is 8 terabytes. You know what I mean? Like, a terabyte hard drive fills up really quickly. Like, there was a point in time in gaming history where a terabyte meant that you had 20 to 30 plus games all downloaded at once. Games are they just keep getting bigger and bigger. And honestly, I want my Call of Duties on rip. I want to be able to just pull into my home screen and just boot up Modern Warfare 2019. Play the campaign. Do I need it downloaded right now? No. You know, is it on my regular roster? No. But is it a great game? Fuck yeah, it is. How about Modern Warfare 2? Fuck yeah, it is. But am I going to be grinding those games like they're new? Probably not. I probably won't download them for the multiplayer. Definitely 2019 for Spec Ops. And that's something I want to mention. I know Spec Ops is not returning. I know DMZ is. You know, it's crazy to me, man, that, like, Call of Duty game that's, like, 3 years old is considered, like, ancient. Like, that's old tech. We've abandoned that, you know, and it's like, dude, these games they're still new. Yeah, they're their own experience, but, you know, I think I'd be playing mostly Modern Warfare 3 for the multiplayer and the campaign, honestly. They need to bring back Spec Ops, so they need to bring back a cooperative mode with, like, missions and survival. Like, that's good. You do that, I happy. Don't do that, I'm mad. So, yeah. Like, Modern Warfare 2019 survival mode, it was challenging. Like, it was an honest-to-God challenge. I was playing with people that totally sucked ass, but, like, you know, because I was carrying them, you know, we would make it to, like, round 30, round 40. But when I was playing with people that gave a shit, dog, I remember I made it to round, like, 160. And, like, we were just so, like, worn out, bro. Like, our match was, like, 3 hours long. We were on the game we were sitting, playing for, like, 3.5 hours. Like, dude, it was crazy. But it didn't say hours, it said minutes. So, like, we were on there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the real question is, was it worth it? Looking back, at the time, fuck yeah. But looking back, it's like, yeah, we wasted, like, a decent bit of our day. You know, nothing gained, nothing lost. Bragging rights definitely gained. A small record in a point in time on a leaderboard somewhere that's forgotten that nobody remembers. I have a screenshot. And I haven't spoke with those guys in a minute. You know, honestly, it's like life's kind of crazy sometimes, you know? Life's kind of crazy. I'm going to drink a Gatorade. So tomorrow, when my arms kind of heal up, I was going to go to the gym today and do some light workouts. But, I'm gonna go to the range tomorrow. I might hit up the gym, possibly tomorrow. Dude, I miss living at. I miss my childhood home, bro. I honestly miss the bike to go to. Like, it's crazy because I live right next to the gym, right next to the pool. Right? They have this water park, kind of, not water park, that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like an inaccurate description. It's like it's a public pool, and it has these 2 big ass water slides, and it has a couple smaller water slides, a whirlpool, like a lazy river, some other shit. But like, you know, I would always go to the pool, hang out, and like, you know, enjoy the pool. You know what I mean? It's like going up and down the slides is kind of fun. But like, dude, as I got older, the whole going over there, mingling with people, talking with people, making friends, and now I'm like an adult, and you go there, it's like adult swim time, and then you kind of just go in there and you're like, what am I doing here? You know, I like swimming laps. You know, like I don't really care about the water slides anymore. I've kind of become that grumpy old man, you know, that I always feared I'd become on the matter. I'll still do the diving board though. Okay, don't trip me out. I still will do the diving board. I still cannonball and bust my ass on the diving board. Okay, I still like I go crazy on the diving board. You know, I love the water. You know what I mean? Always have, probably always will. But as an adult though, water slides, okay, like if it's an actually solid water park with like crazy rides, or you're like, you know, where it's kind of exciting, sure. Yeah, there's that excitement factor that you can say you did it. But going to public pools, you know, you got little kids in there, and you know the little motherfuckers, they piss in the pool. You know they do. They act like they don't, but they do. And it's like, you can't avoid it, bro. I've done it, you've done it, everyone in the world's done it once. Where we've maybe not, we may not have fully like pissed in the pool, but some stuff's come out, you know what I mean? I was there and some kid shit the pool. It was a crazy story. But what ended up happening was, you know, there was this friend I made at school, casual contact friend. You know, like we just hung out. When I say contact, meaning like, you know, we weren't really like besties, like we weren't like calling each other all the time. We were just playing mostly Mortal Kombat, and we'd get on the PlayStation, we'd talk some shit, we'd hang out. You know, like I said, we weren't really like too deeply integrated in our friendship. But this dude shit the pool. Like, he made the mistake of like eating a whole bunch of food before going to the pool. He gets to the pool, starts eating a bunch of snack food, starts doing some belly flops, some dolphin dives, some cannonballs, and goes up and down the slide numerous times, and he's just sitting in the pool. And then he's just being an idiot, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go get some pizza slice or something, you know, I'm just gonna go and get some food and take a break, you know, I'm kind of just like bored out of my mind, because like we're too big to really be doing anything, and we're too old to be doing anything fun, but too young to be enjoying the Adult Swim, so I'm like, well, you know, we'll just go in, and I'll just, you know, we'll grab some like lunch or something, and then we'll go to the indoor pool, and I know, so we were already in the indoor pool.
You won't enjoy this. Well, that was something.
And it dropped. Remember, I had almost the exact same experience with like Andrew. No, maybe that's Andrew I was thinking of. Anyway, furthermore, I leave. As I'm coming back from eating like a hot dog or a cheeseburger or whatever I was eating, ooh, that is tasty. 102,000 damage. Powerful pistol. Pistola. Anyway, you know, as I'm coming back, I was walking over to like the backpack, my backpack, and you know, I was just putting some money away, and as I was gonna jump back in the pool, they started evacuating the pool. Like, you know, the fucking lifeguard was like blowing on her whistle, and the other guy, you know, the other lifeguard, the guy, ran away to the closet to grab like a net, like an extended pool net. And all these kids, all these old people, all these, you know, teenagers were just jumping, getting the hell out of that pool because somebody shit themselves. And so I'm like, where's my buddy? You know, where's my buddy, you know, where's my buddy Savage? You know, that was his username. And so I found him, and he's trying to climb out of the pool. His fat ass can't get out of the pool. So I helped lift him up, and he flopped onto the ground, and his face is all red. And I'm like, dude, what happened? And he said, he looked at me, and this is exactly how he said it. He muttered. He kind of stumbled through his words. He's like, I did something bad. And I look into the pool, and there's a floating like fucking mud biscuit. And I'm just like looking at him, and then I look back at the turd, and I'm like, you nasty motherfucker, I can't be seen in public with you. And so I left his ass, bro. I went to the hot tub, sat there for 10 minutes. He tried to get in the hot tub, and I told him no. I told him if he got in the hot tub, I'd kick his ass. And then he's just like, why? And I'm like, 'cause you need to go wipe your dirty ass, bro. Like, you nasty for that, homie. Yeah, you can't be doing that. So sure, he left for some time, and then while he left, I took my stuff and then I left. You know, I just abandoned him there. Because I wasn't gonna be seen in public with some motherfucker shitting himself, shitting in the pool, pooped in the pool. Because this motherfucker wants to get hungry. Starts eating all this fucking food. And then he's spraying shit. Oh, he didn't spray shit. He dropped a log, you know, he didn't like spray it. You know what I mean? Like and speaking of that, I hate motherfuckers that spray shit, bro. Like, there's this really fat fucker at my work at the job next door. At the site next door, the sister client site. You know, the sister site. The main site, you know, the off-site site. I don't know. There's this fat fucker named Cheney, and this guy is at least, honestly, I think he weighs 350 or 380. I can't remember how much he specified, but like this, he's just a big dude, and it's not funny to make fun of somebody for his weight, but like this dude's like, he's fat, bro. Like if I was like Avatar, the last Airbender, he would be like a fat bender, you know, like. And it's crazy because nobody knows what he looks like, but I do, so it's funny to me. I'm laughing at my own jokes 'cause I'm a douche. But I don't know. I just find it to be kind of funny. But you know, regardless, here this fucker Cheney is. And I guess he tried to use like the bathroom, and like in the bathroom inside, and this 70-year-old cleaning, she's not 70, okay, well that's kind of rude. She's probably in her late 50s. Yeah, she's probably in her late 50s, early 60s. You know, and she doesn't have teeth, and so she, you know, she goes in the bathroom. She's in there for like 7-8 minutes, and then she comes out, and then she's cussing. She's all mad. Her face is all red. She's just a mean old looking lady, and she just says that fucking Cheney shitting on the walls, and I just fucking died. Because she said that fucking Cheney shitting on the walls. And then my boss, he looked at me, he looked at the other co-worker, he got up, he walked over into the bathroom, and then he came out, his eyes were wide open. And so I go in there to look at it, and dude, he sprayed it on the wall, bro. I don't know what the fuck happened, but he sprayed his shit on the wall. And that fucking Cheney shit on the wall. And there was one time where I was sitting at the front desk, and this motherfucker shot himself. It was crazy because he was just coming back from microwaving his his snacks. And so like I was just sitting there, and then he didn't sit down, he plopped down, and he farted, and then like it got like weird and liquidy all at the end, and it smelled like straight shit. I didn't look at him. He got up and he wobbled away like a penguin. He fucking wobbled away. And he wobbled to the bathroom with a weird stain. And I'm like, this motherfucker shit himself. It's not funny, but it's like, that's fucking nasty, bro. Like, why would you shit yourself? Oh, man. Let's see. Wildlife Exploitation Preserve.
Why'd you have to attack on my...
Creature fighting may not be allowed on specifications such as
I'd almost finished my comic collection. It was almost winter time. Small thunder.
was I?
This is Handsome Jack, thanking you, loyal test son, for helping bring Pandora into the future. The experiments you'll be put through will help us uncover new uses for iridium, new cures for medicine, and new... Seriously? Why are you having me read this crap? This is freaking hilarious. They know we're gonna mutate the hell out of them. Why lie to us?
Actually, we will actually take the storm. I'm not gonna lie. This is the one legendary that, or one pearl I will take without a doubt. Here's why. For one, it does 200k damage. So technically I'm actually doing 370%, 71.4%. So what that boils down to is 600. That's the 600k damage. It's actually just a little bit more than that, actually, because technically that's like 7. That's almost a million damage. And with the B shield adding 150,000 amp damage, that amp damage is also multiplicative, I believe, to that extra bonus, which definitely adds a massive bonus to it. For instance, and I'll show you guys with this character.
You won't enjoy this.
Let me sit up. So this is Gage. Oh, it's loading. My friend Flashpoint showed me how to do this, or taught me how to do this, rather. Yep, now I duplicated the character. That's sweet. Now I can play Gage if I wanted to. And then I can save and join back. When my friend joins, I can simply grind out this character. Oh, which we're about to level up. Let's quickly go ahead and sell some of this junk.
Get your health and shields right here. Stay alive.
Another trophy for my wall. Am I good or am I good?